Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Leo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, Leo, my dear ascendant brothers and sisters, for your key to the week this week, yes, we're going back to the original format. I had way too many complaints about the old one, about the last one. So your key to the week this week is the Magician card. In some way, shape or form, this is going to see you ascending to your personal throne, right? You are Leo, hear you roar, as they say. All of that aside, right? There is a sense that this week you are coming into a big realization about yourself, about who you are, your place in the world. This week you could be coming up the ranks in some way, shape or form. You could be presented with an opportunity to be presented to the world in some way, shape or form. This could see you maybe getting a step up the ladder that you hadn't expected. Maybe this is, you know, a powerful person being an ally for you, or what's the word? Not an ally, not a benefactor, but like, you know, like someone shouting you out, you know, maybe somebody with a huge following shouts you out. Maybe you get a celebrity client, maybe somebody behind the scenes sees what you do and puts you forward, right? There's a sense this week that you are being elevated, but it's not just on a world stage level. It's on a personal level. Like there's a sense that on the inside you are ascending to that space. It's like, I've always known that I'm this, or that I'm this person, but now I know it, right? Do you know what I mean? Like I know it in my bones. There's like a sense or an acceptance of self this week, and with that comes a newfound sense of confidence. For your actions and options this week, you have the Seven of Cups. Do not spread yourself too thin, right? So you're coming into all of this new awareness and understanding of self, which is wonderful. But don't now think, okay, well, now I can conquer the world and take on everything all at once, all the time. It's not that. Streamline your focus, right? So what you're good at, that you know you're good at, get really fucking good at it, right? This is the time to own and command the things that you know you are good at. This is the time for you to, and you know, I'm going to call you out here, Leo, as well. You know I love you, right? You're my ascendant brothers and sisters. But where you know you've been slacking, where you know you've been holding yourself back, where you know you've been playing small, where you know that you haven't quite put the work or the effort in that you know you can, that you know you have at other times, this is the week where you need to get clear on that, right? So whatever you're known for, whatever you're good at, this week you have to pick it back up. And I'll give you a really good example. True martial arts masters always say, like all of them, whenever you speak to them, it's not the most amazing kicks and flips and all the rest of it that really make you. It's the small stuff. So when they get to a certain level and they plateau, they go right back to the beginning and they start with the basics. This week, in some way, shape or form, Leo, you've got to get back to basics. You've got to streamline it, take off the whistles and bells, take off the you know, all the add-ons and everything. Take all of that off, streamline it, get into that focus, because that's where the magic is going to be. For your communications and conversations, you have the Six of Pentacles. There is definitely a benefactor of some kind that shows up for you this week. Somebody that champions you, somebody that is speaking your name in a big way, somebody that is... I feel like this person's putting you on, putting you out there in some way, shape or form. And because it's the Six of Pentacles, this could even be somebody that is, you know, ready, willing and able to financially support you, or at least give you a boost or a step in the right direction in some way. For those of you that are working for somebody else, this could be a week where you get approached about a pay rise. Maybe this week you get approached about new responsibilities, maybe even a promotion of some kind. It's very possible. It could be that your expertise this week is something that your boss or your superiors are wanting to leverage, which puts you in a very strong position to say, well, okay, I'm happy to do it, but what's in it for me? Not that there always has to be something, but you are Leos, right? So you're going to want at least recognition. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for yourselves, this week, again, very similar energy. There's just something, I wouldn't be surprised if this week you get hit up by maybe a celebrity client. I wouldn't be surprised, or, maybe not that. Maybe it's somebody that, maybe you win a big contract of some kind. Maybe you align with somebody that is a mover and a shaker that could really help you. Maybe, just maybe, somebody speaks your name behind the scenes and it leads a whole host of new clients, new resources, possibly monetary and financial, to you that you hadn't expected. I don't know why, I just feel like this week is going to bring you growth that you're not expecting, and it could be wonderful. For those of you that are retired or no longer working, it's the Six of Pentacles. Where is it that your supporting role needs to be acknowledged more? And where is it that maybe you need to pull back to let somebody else learn their own lessons? This week I would really pay attention to that, especially if it's like doing something for someone that you know they can do for themselves. For your money and materials this week, you got the King of Wands, right? This is getting ahead. This is financial control. This is getting a handle on your finances. This is a move that may possibly make all the difference. This is aligning with a powerful person. When it comes to your money and your materials, this week it's going to be your actions. The actions that you've taken and the actions that you take from here are what are either going to skyrocket your finances or certainly take them in an exciting new direction and development. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this week you really want to look after your head, your face, like just this whole general area, and even your mind as well. Whatever it is that you do, like whatever rituals you have to keep your mind clear, whether that's meditation, mindfulness, whether it's yoga, Tai Chi, martial arts, like whatever it is, this week you want to be on top of that because your mind needs to be clear and it needs to be sharp. For your home and environment, well, this week, I'm just going to say this. You might bump into somebody this week in your environment that you haven't seen for a very long time. And you might be really kind of perplexed as to what to do about this or with it. It's like, okay, haven't seen you for ages. Do I say hello? Do I say nothing? Do I ignore you? Do you know what I mean? Like, you could be really sort of at a loss as to what to do or what to say. Very, very interesting. And then for your love and relations, all right, so you got the Ten of Swords. Not the greatest card, in fact, one of the worst, but hey ho. For those of you that are single, this is the end of your dry spell. All right, so whatever that means to you, the time for you being single is coming to an end. And I think this week is going to show you that. When it comes to those of you that are partnered or in relationships, this could be a challenging week for your partnership. It could be a challenging week for your relationship. Doesn't mean it has to end. It does mean that something about it needs to evolve. Something about your relationship either needs to be readdressed or rebalanced in some way, shape or form, or maybe there are conversations that you know need to be had that you've been avoiding up until this moment. Unfortunately, you're beyond the point where it can be avoided anymore. So in order to, to try and find a way of mending a rift, this week you have to have the talk, you have to have the conversation. And for those of you split few, for those of you sort of very, very few where a relationship is coming to an end this week, To be quite frank, you're going to be so busy with all of your new responsibilities and this new direction that your life is taking, you might not really have time to deal with the fact that you've had a breakup or that there's a breakup imminent in your life. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, I think in a lot of ways, maybe it's like that thing where it's like a good distraction. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.